It's always nice to talk to a woman who is doing so much. We have got an author, CEO, and entrepreneur. This is Jennifer Adams. It's nice to have you back on the show because you've been here several times before.
I have. You're one of my favorite stations.
Yeah,
and I'm
well,
local
thank you.
to Arizona, so I appreciate being here with you. Thank you.
And you know what? This is really cool because sometimes people see someone that's an entrepreneur and they have their hand in one thing and they don't even know how they actually got from point A to point B because it seems like such a hard thing to kind of branch out on your own. But you've done it successfully, and you have this new book. It's called How High Can You Soar? And it all talks about the encompassing of everything that you've kind of gone through and how other people too can go through it. So tell us a little bit about it and how you got to this point to actually share everything in here that's really benefited you, but also now other people.
This is my passion project.
There you go.
I literally started off cleaning houses when I was in high school and came from very humble beginnings.
Right.
Only went to a 6-week trade school, started an interior design firm, and I was working and looked like I was successful on the outside.
Right.
But on the inside, I wasn't feeling fulfilled.
See,
I wasn't
you were good
happy.
on paper, but inside you weren't.
No.
Yeah.
And a dear mentor of mine woke me up and said, "What do you want in your life?" In that moment, everything changed for me because I suddenly dreamt what I wanted versus doing everything out of fear.
Right.
I was moving forward out of fear of going back, but never paused and said, "What do I want for myself in the first place?"
See, I think that's key. Like you said, you took a little pause, asked yourself the question, and then figured out how to get to that point.
And then once I did that and dreamt bigger than I could ever have imagined dreaming, which I talk about that in How High Can You Soar, taking personal responsibility for our lives. If you're not feeling complete fulfillment, we have the power to change it.
And a lot of people don't realize that.
No, you have complete power, and your current circumstances do not need to be your permanent circumstances.
Absolutely.
And it's so easy to limit our potential based on where we are today. So once you dream big and really expand your vision of what's possible, then you can really go after your life more on purpose and intentionally. And it's easy to think you're fearful or you feel guilty for going after what you want and what's someone going to think. And I talk about that quite a bit in here. In fact, I have some amazing, extraordinary women and men that share their stories of their journey in here as well, about starting from very humble beginnings or wherever they are. Some were successful, but then made a major pivot and transitioned their life, even later on in life.
That's what I'm saying. It's never too late. Some people think, oh, I've kind of already lived my life. I can't really make any changes, but you can always change. Even the smallest changes can make a big difference.
And this book is for someone who maybe has a dream or a goal, and every time they set out to do it, something knocks them off course, thinking the timing's not right, or it's too late, or worse, especially as women, we feel that we're not adequate enough to have it. Big dreams and a fulfilled life are meant for somebody that's smarter, prettier, with more money.
Right.
But it's not true. And this really helps. It takes the powers that I used early on to get from my limiting beliefs and behaviors to get to a more fulfilled life. But they're the same tools I use to this very day because I have highs and lows. Life is normal.
Oh, absolutely.
And it really helps break down the fear and use fear as power and acknowledge the fear, but do your dream anyway.
Dream big, do your dream. Jennifer has so much information. I wish we had more time to share with you, but tell people real quick where they can go get the book.
So this, you can find it at Barnes & Noble. You can also find it on Amazon, and you can find it at my publisher site, Beyond Words, and then it's also in a lot of different bookstores.
You are impressive. I love
Thank
talking with you, Jennifer. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.